The moment everyone's been waiting for. Just a few more minutes and the race will start. The sun came out after the rain a few hours ago, but it took quite a long time for the track to dry out. Most riders have decided to go with a medium rear tyre. However, there's something magical about racing at Assen. The crowd is ready, the riders are ready, we're ready, and in a few moments we'll see the start of the Dutch Grand Prix.
Who's now up into second place. It was a disastrous lap though for the Monster Energy Yamaha team. Not only did Fabio Quartararo crash out, but Franco Morbidelli, who hadn't served his long lap penalty quickly enough, he's now been handed a double long lap penalty. He served the first of them, but the two factory Yamahas are now at the back of the field.
Frankie Morbidelli. Well, it's been
also a struggle.
Well, what a horrible day it's been at turn 5 then for the Monster Energy Yamaha team, because Fabio Quartararo was down there early on. Frankie Morbidelli was carrying a lot of lead angle there, quite a lot of speed, wasn't he? He turned in to turn 5. You can just see there the more dejection and frustration coming the way of Morbidelli. So at the moment we're on course for no points for the factory Yamaha team.
As it stands at the moment, we're heading for a podium lockout for Ducati. We have Bagnaia leading from Bezzecchi, who's keeping Bagnaia well and truly in sight at the moment. The rookie doing a really good job in this Grand Prix. Here is Aleix Espargaro now on the inside of his good friend Alex Rins. That's 13th position. The instant will be reviewed after this Grand Prix. But the battle isn't over at the front just yet, despite the fact that Bagnaia's two likeliest contenders are out of this Grand Prix. Pecco Bagnaia's lead is down to under a second, personal best for each of the leading duo last time around, but Marco Bezzecchi was marginally the faster of the two. A real opportunity for Pecco Bagnaia. Little did he realise when he crashed out of the German Grand Prix last week ago, as Fabio Quartararo does now enter the pits, that Bagnaia could have an opportunity to cancel out the 25 points he lost in Germany.
Quartararo will be kicking himself, no question about that. It's not very often that we see this sight, is it, from the world champion. He comes in there to chat to his crew chief Diego Ghiberlini.
Here's what's been going on there in the battle for fourth. Maverick Vinales has taken it, and there is why. A little bit wide there for Brad Binder. Maverick Vinales spots the opportunity as he goes through turns 3 and 4. So the Sola Aprilia man towards the front of this Grand Prix, now up into fourth.
That was lovely by Vinales, threading that Aprilia through the eye of a needle on the inside of Brad Binder. So Maverick Vinales on course for another top result here in Assen. Not the podium he wanted, but fourth place would be easily his best result on the RSGP. He's 1.6 seconds now behind Jorge Martin. You just wonder whether Jorge Martin, given the fact he's got an infection in the recovering wound after that right wrist operation directly after the Barcelona race, whether he might just run into some physical problems later on this Grand Prix. It's such a taxing, energy-sapping races. Aleix Espargaro comes in late on Fabio Di Antonio. That's more positions and places gained then for Aleix Espargaro.
Here's a look at the start once again. We're looking at Joan Mir. What are we going to take a look at here as he pulls into the grid? He almost makes contact there with Miguel Oliveira, and something drops off the Suzuki.
I think it's the wing. I think it's Miguel Oliveira's aero, isn't it?
Is he going to make contact as well to line? He is. He makes contact with Luca Marini as well. No wonder Marini dropped back.
Joan Mir must feel like he's in a rugby scrum after the start of that.
Oh, he's down. Quartararo again.
Fabio Quartararo's gone down again. Well, high drama again. Fabio Quartararo. Well, we thought it was unusual to see him crash once in a Grand Prix. But can you believe this now? He's crashed twice in the Dutch TT in 2022. He's really in pain as well. That was a big one. Was that a high side coming out of the Strubben? It is. It's a second crash in turn 5 for Fabio Quartararo. Don't think I've seen anything like this for quite some time. Then the reigning world champion, your current MotoGP world championship leader, Fabio Quartararo, on the way in, hitting Aleix Espargaro a few laps to go, and on the way out of turn 5, that's a big one. That's horrible. That's a savage one. A bucking Bronco that factory Yamaha turned into. We're looking now directly at Fabio Quartararo. He starts to lose the rear tyre, and then he just gets flicked once, twice, 3 times. Good night, Vienna. Over the handlebars he goes. Can you believe it then? The World Championship almost turned on its head really here in Assen as Fabio Quartararo crashes twice, yes, twice, in the Dutch TT.
Johan Zarco, who fell down the field early on in the Grand Prix, is back outside the top 10. You can see that Ducati really snaking as he slams on the brakes for the Gertrude chicane. He's gone wide and it's cost him. Joan Mir now has the run down the start-finish straight. It's not a very long straight. He's on the outside line, and Zarco should be able to get on the brakes and hold that one off into turn 1. But Joan Mir looking to get the cut back now through turn 2. No way through for now, but Mir fighting for 9th position, and it now will become 8th as Taka Nakagami serves his long lap penalty.
Aleix Espargaro is having a sensational ride. He'll be absolutely devastated to be cleaned out by Quartararo right here in turn 5, because without any question he's got pace to have won this Grand Prix and gone with Pecco Bagnaia. He's just in another fastest lap of the race, a 1:32.500. There he is in the middle of your picture, coming out of Wienschlang, now going through Ruskenhoek at turn 7, approaching hard towards Steckenval. It's only a matter of time before he picks his way through on Mir and Zarco. So Fabio Quartararo will see his world championship advance could shrink even further here, because Aleix Espargaro, by far the trickiest man on the circuit right now. Certainly not without the realms of possibility that he might get Taka Nakagami here for 7th.
Here comes Mir then, he attacks this time as they come through Mandevane up the inside of Johan Zarco. Is he able to keep it tight and get in front of the Pramac Ducati? He is just about. So Mir now up into 8th position. This is all going to bring Aleix Espargaro further into play. Here he is now at the back of this trio. Aleix Espargaro now will be looking to attack into Ramshoek, and he moves past Zarco. The second man in the championship passes the rider who currently sits 3rd. Aleix Espargaro now up to P9.
He's going for it on Mir at the Timber chicane. He's just scything his way through the field. It's like a hot knife through butter, isn't it? Aleix Espargaro, of course, I was going to say he was going to potentially have the pace here to catch Miguel Oliveira. He's 1.3 seconds behind the Portuguese man with still time in his pocket. It's all about how many now Aleix Espargaro can recover. Let's just have a check on the gap between himself and Miguel Oliveira through this first sector. Here is Banner. I thought I'd seen the rain spots on the camera through turn number 12. There are the rain flags then. We've had an incredibly dramatic day of racing here in Assen in Moto 3, in Moto 2. Is there another chapter in this remarkable day of racing at the Dutch TT? Because, as you saw there are rain flags being waved. The white flag with the diagonal red cross on it. That means there are rain falling in certain sectors. The white flag has been displayed, which then means, of course, that riders now are entitled to come in and change bikes. We've still got a long way to go here. 9.5 laps. Are we moving towards an unlikely flag-to-flag scenario?
The last place you want to be in this kind of situation is at the front, and Pecco Bagnaia is struggling. He's lost 0.4 of a second already in the 3rd sector of the lap to Marco Bezzecchi, who can just gauge himself against the man in front of him.
How scary must that be? Martin struggling here as well. He's seen the rain spots falling on his visor, coming through the 6-gear Hogerheider with rain spots on your visor, on your screens. How nerve-wracking, how scary would that be? Now then, this Dutch TT can be turned completely on its head here. Pecco Bagnaia at the start of lap number 18 leads by 1.3 seconds ahead.
Lost 4/10 last lap.
He did, yeah. I mean, this is really, now you can just see it's the guys who are going to really push on. Jack Miller is a master at judging tricky and rapidly changing track conditions. Jorge Martin has really been caught out by the rain spots. Well, you can see in the background, Jorge Martin was fourth at the start of this lap 18. He's already lost places to Binder and to Miller. Paolo Ciabatti looks skyward. That's what we're all doing. Everyone's going to get neck ache soon, looking towards the cloudy skies here in Assen, wondering if the rain will worsen, if the conditions will deteriorate. As it stands though right now, Pecco Bagnaia flicks the punch from Ducati to the timber chicane. About to start lap number 21. His advantage over fellow Ducati rider Marco Bezzecchi has just stretched out to 1.5 seconds. Took nearly half a second away from Bezzecchi's Miller on the inside of Binder into the hard-rock corner. So Jack Miller now into fourth place. But it's all coming down to this low-lay battle between Miller and Vinales for third.
Just destroying a potential possibility now. Maverick Vinales is able to take that tighter defensive line into destroying that. Might give Jack Miller a bit of a slingshot down the Wienstein, the back straight here towards turn 6, the Rushken hook corner, but Vinales gets out of that corner pretty well. He stays clear of the Ducati. You've got to update as well. You can follow Aleix Espargaro on the left-hand side of the screen. His progress continues. He will catch Jorge Martin. If he continues to catch him at the progress he's at the moment, he will catch him on the final lap. So two key battles going on. The battle for the final podium position and the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. Binder, Martin, Aleix Espargaro.
We look down on Vinales and Miller then through the 6-gear Hoga Hyder. Looks like Vinales just got a slightly better turning through that sector on the factory pin-up. This was where Miller was really, really good. Through Ramschuk. Can he get close enough to attack Vinales on the brakes of the timber chicane? He certainly can. He's gone for it. Is he going to go a little bit hot? He sadly has. So Miller briefly, for what, a second, had third place here from Vinales, and now Miller, with that running in too hot, he looks like he's under, well, he is under big pressure here coming from Binder. Aleix Espargaro has taken 6th place from Jorge Martin. So what looked like being a bad day for Aleix Espargaro is getting better and better.
Bagnaia's lead at the front is a 1.5 seconds. Bezzecchi is clear of Maverick Vinales. He's got a 1 second advantage in his pocket, and Vinales at the moment looks safe in 3rd position. The big question is, can Miller hold off Binder, and can they both hold off Aleix Espargaro?
Bagnaia has been the top man in this Assen Grand Prix, but it looks like the Top Gun will hold on for his first Aprilia podium. Here we come then, Pecco Bagnaia through Hoga Hyder, turn 13.
The riders are enjoying their lap of honour, soaking up the crowd's applause